Caro-Kann. Just go with the exchange variation. No, let's try the main line. Mainline Caro-Kann. And alright, so far, so book. How lengthy is this particular line? H4 looking to trap that bishop. Knight F3 looking to get to E5 with tempo on the bishop. And now I could get that. I think this is a mistake. Pretty sure you're supposed to do Knight D7 to prevent Knight E5 with tempo on this bishop. What's the follow-up going to be? It seems like it's the right thing to do. Knight loves that central post and now gets there with tempo. Has to come back, and I could be pinpointing this pawn with bishop c4. But I think there's a convenient reply. Black's going to be doing this move anyhow. So, what am I getting at? What am I getting at there? C3. Yeah, c3, I'm being, I guess, a little bit sneaky. I'm looking for queen b3, hitting at f7 and b7. Might be something to that. Like, if knight d7, I think I could still play here. This threatens mate. And b7. If after queen b3, knight takes, pawn takes, the knight has to move, and then as a follow-up, I can take this pawn, or maybe even just go with the positional move, something like e6. I think I like that idea. Queen b3. This diagonal has some of my attention, in particular d3, since if there is this knight capture and I'm recapturing, it's both the bishop and queen that are converging on that square. So my eye tends to gravitate towards squares where my opponent's pieces, where my opponent has two or more pieces that can go to a particular square. Those tend to be good moves, just in general, because that's really, the implications of that is that you're staying coordinated, and that's usually a very good thing to be doing. Staying coordinated avoids what? If you just keep running with that logic, staying coordinated avoids your opponent getting potential tactics against you. So what about e6? Queen takes b7 or e6. Take this pawn on this guy. I think I just like that right away. Have black defend this first, and if I really want to do that next, then do it. Is there going to be some issue on this square? Only if the queen comes out to a5 would that be maybe a potential threat, sacrificing on c3. Other than that, I'm just not seeing it. I think this is a fine pawn to take. It's not just a pawn grab, it's a pawn grab that is now coming with another serious threat. Very serious threat. Taking this pawn, forcing queen bumping up, and then I win a rook. So that is a very easy mistake to make. The knight f6, not recognizing that knight e5 would be coming with tempo. It's something that I've done before in one of the many Blitz games that I've played online. I am fine with the queen exchange. I am up a pawn, and I guess I could follow up with what? Where does my bishop belong? a6 with tempo. What else? Where does my king want to go? Where does he want to go? Bishop d2 and then queenside castle. I know that this rook is probably just going to stay here for just a little bit. It's going to come back over. I don't want to give back that pawn. Let me just go bishop d2. Maybe the other thing behind this is that I want to kick this knight away. I think I want to also get rid of that bishop. I think it's black's best piece. You know what? I'm going to do this. It seems like this is coming at a snail's pace right now, this idea, but I'm looking for e2 f3, and then e4. I want to exchange light square bishops. I see that this guy right here is really the best piece right now for black, so I'm looking to remove it. Also, now that the position is going to simplify a bit more, I might as well be in pre-move mode with that. Seeing how it's going to simplify a bit more, maybe castling is not needed. And I'm not going to castle, I'm just going to run with b3. If a5, maybe I should have considered that a move earlier or something. I should have kicked that knight out the first opportunity I had. Although no, when I did do bishop d2, there was e6, and then if I played c4, the knight could still be making use of that square. So really I just don't want the knight to get to b4 altogether. King e2, I think, is where I want my king to reside. Instead of castling, he's just going to camp out on that e2 square, light square. These guys are going to be off. There's no way to really avoid that. g6 would just be imprisoning that bishop. So, okay, it's opening up a little bit more. But I'm not too concerned about that. If the knight takes, maybe I could do a pawn grab. Oh, we're doing that. And now I'm going to take with check, because now I have a convenient way to be defending against this pawn. You could play to e4, hit the bishop, and defend c3, centralizing the knight. And this right here is a very reliable home for this guy. Cannot be kicked away by any black pawns. And with the bishop still on f6, I had possibilities of knight g5, taking with the check and then hitting the bishop. I'm looking to really do what here? I'm looking to just simplify as much as I can. Let's keep this knight constrained. This knight can't be attacked with the rook. Okay, I did know that that was going to come up. Oh, there's pressure on this pawn 3 times, but my king is hitting that rook, so there's no time to really grab that. How do I untangle myself? How do I make forward progress? I think I make forward progress by kicking this knight away. And I think that is coming up very soon. Ooh, I think there was a possibility for knight f... No, knight f6 wouldn't have been the greatest. Now, we are going to have knight f6, and I'm going to have a role reversal soon. If we have the exchange of knights, it's then going to be my bishop that I devote, such as right now, to the defense of f2. So now that everything is strung together, my rook is no longer needed on c1, that's for sure. He's only there to support a pawn that's on c3. No longer the case. The rook now belongs on d1. Actually, why not this rook? I don't have a good answer for that. Should probably be this one. Looking for the 7th, and I could actually just start marching these pawns, right? Let's march him. He is a passed pawn. I don't want to play a3 because I just see that as a target for this dark square bishop. I'm going to keep my pawns on light as best I can. Keep pushing, and then this pawn could really come far away on b6. This bishop watching over it, 2 steps away. Wait a second, I could have just taken the bishop. I could have just taken that bishop too, yeah. Let's just do that. Let's just not take free pieces. That's what I said right there. Let's not take free pieces. This is a wonderful start. This is a wonderful start here. Let's not take free pieces, I said. I could do that now. I could do that. How funny. How funny is that, huh? Funny for you, not for me. Oh, man. I can see a 2-move combo, but when it comes to the 1-move combos, they're tough, apparently. Okay, let's get this pawn rolling. There's no way to disrupt this structure. Can't do anything. The pawns are passed. Pass pawn, Pac-Man mode. Gobble up pieces. Resign time. Resign time. Okay. Good game, QWERTY. Let's back up. My quick point to really make from this mainline Caro. So far, everything is fine. Right here, I don't know if I was able. I don't know if I should have gotten the advantage that I did from playing knight e5. But just know you should not allow a knight to centralize itself with tempo on the bishop. So that's why this move order is important here. So it's the knight d7 move that you'll have to run forward with. This is not the only time, by the way, that there was a move order issue out of the Caro-Kann while I was streaming. There's another one out of, I think it's the two knights defense of the Caro. If black isn't careful, it could get very difficult for black, and if white makes these accurate moves, then there's really just not a good defense. So this is, in short, something to certainly steer clear of. Develop this knight, your queen knight, to watch over e5. Don't let that tempo come in there. Instead of knight d7, here's the other thing. Do e6, so that when I play queen b3, I'm not hitting at both targets. Knight d7 doesn't address f7 or b7. So I'm gonna be struggling much more, or it's gonna be much more difficult to get an advantage or a clear advantage if you're playing e6 right here. So another move order issue. Instead of knight d7, look into e6, because this is my intent with c3 to support my center and make use of b3, hitting at b7, which is the one square that is weakened, right? As soon as you move about with that light square bishop and transfer it to the king side, right? You transfer that queen side bishop to now a king side piece. That's my main point, because right here I am now going to just be up a pawn and the queen's off the board. I don't know that I gave you a way out from here. More exchanges occur. My knight's in a central post. My king's in a center post. More trades are just favoring me in all cases, and I should take a free piece if it's there, but I was too excited about just pushing my pawn. But that's the main point. Main point, knight d7 right here instead of this knight move, and e6 right here instead of the knight d7 move. Okay, good game.